Hello everyone, we all know that preparation is key when it comes to survival, but are you aware that even the most well-prepared individuals can make critical mistakes when disaster strikes? It's true. Even the best-laid plans can go awry when the world is spinning out of control and your survival instincts kick in. You see, it's not just about stockpiling food, water, and other essentials. It's about having the right mindset and making the right decisions when the unexpected happens. And that's what we're going to delve into today. We'll uncover common pitfalls that can derail even the most seasoned survivalists in dire situations. We'll discuss how to avoid these blunders to ensure that you remain safe, secure, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. So buckle up, folks. In this video, we'll discuss the 9 critical mistakes preppers make when SHTF. Mistake number 1, panic. When disaster strikes, your first instinct might be to panic. The adrenaline kicks in and your heart starts racing. But let's take a step back. Is panic really going to help you? The short answer is no. Panic clouds your judgment. It makes you act irrationally, and in a survival scenario, this can lead to grave mistakes. Instead, what you need to do is maintain your composure. Easier said than done, right? But consider this. Staying calm allows you to think clearly, to evaluate the situation you're in, and to act strategically. By doing so, you increase your chances of making it through the crisis at hand. So next time the unexpected happens, remember to take a deep breath. Keep your head clear, don't let panic take the wheel. Remember, the key is to stay focused, evaluate the situation, and act strategically. Mistake number 2, waiting to be rescued. When disaster strikes, it's natural to hope for some form of external aid. But here's the reality of the situation. Help might take a while to arrive, or it might not show up at all. This isn't a pessimistic view, it's a realistic one. You are your own first responder. Waiting for external aid can be perilous, especially when the clock is ticking and every second counts. This is why you need to take proactive measures. Stock up on food, water, medical supplies, and other essentials. Learn basic survival skills. Know how to build a shelter, start a fire, and navigate your surroundings. Become self-reliant. It's not about expecting the worst, but rather being prepared to face the worst, if it comes. So remember, in a survival situation, time is of the essence. Don't wait for help, take proactive measures to tend to your immediate needs. Mistake number 3, ignoring your community. It may seem counterintuitive when the instinct is to hunker down and protect your own, but remember, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. The same concept applies to survival. When the chips are down, it's not just about you and yours. It's about your community, your neighbors, and the alliances you've formed. These bonds can be the difference between surviving and thriving in a crisis. Think about it. Having more hands to do the work, more minds to solve problems, and more hearts to share the burden and provide emotional support. Pooling resources and skills can mean the difference between just getting by and truly making it through. It's not just about what you can do for your community, but also what your community can do for you. Remember, overlooking community support is a critical mistake. Build alliances with your neighbors. Mistake number 4, exposing your preps. Now, we all take pride in our well-stocked pantries and our sophisticated survival gear. It's tempting to showcase our readiness, but here's the kicker. Revealing the extent of your preparations can attract the wrong kind of attention. In a crisis, desperation can drive people to do the unthinkable. Your meticulously planned preps could make you a prime target for those in need, or worse, those willing to take advantage of the situation. So how do we go about this? The answer is simple. Maintain discretion. It's crucial to keep your preparedness under wraps, to stay off the radar. Being open about your preps might seem like a good idea initially, but it's a risky move that could jeopardize your safety. Remember, the key to survival is not just being prepared, but also being smart about how you manage your resources. Maintain discretion about your preparations to avoid becoming a target. Mistake number 5, outdoor cooking. There's something quintessentially human about gathering around a fire, the scent of food wafting through the air. But when the chips are down, cooking outdoors can be a beacon for the hungry and desperate. The smoke and aroma from your meal can carry for miles, drawing unwanted guests to your location. It's like sending out an invitation to a banquet, and trust me, that's the last thing you want in a survival situation. So how do we combat this? The answer lies in choosing cooking techniques that minimize smoke and odor. Consider cooking indoors, or using a rocket stove that produces less smoke. You could even explore no-cook food options. Remember, the goal is to maintain a low profile to keep your presence unnoticed. In the end, it's all about balance, meeting your needs while staying under the radar. Choose cooking techniques that minimize smoke and odor to maintain a low profile. Mistake number 6, leaving your lights on. Now I know what you're thinking. How can something as simple as a light bulb cause trouble? Well, in a survival situation, an illuminated space can be a beacon for those desperate for resources. It's like a moth to a flame, a visible sign of life and potential supplies. So, how do we combat this issue? The answer is simple. Minimize light visibility. Now, this doesn't mean you have to stumble around in the dark. Use blackout curtains or even blankets to keep indoor lighting from being visible outside. Use a red filter on torches or flashlights, as red light is less visible from a distance. And remember, avoid any unnecessary lighting. Use light only when you absolutely need it, and always be mindful of where that light might be visible. Keep your home a place of safety, not a target. Minimize light visibility to avoid becoming a target. Mistake number 7. Being in the dark. Not the literal kind, folks, but the informational kind. When everything goes sideways, accurate, up-to-the-minute information becomes as valuable as water, food, or shelter. It's the compass that guides your decisions, the lighthouse that leads you through the storm. But here's the tricky part. Not all sources are created equal. That cousin who's always spinning conspiracy theories? Probably not your best bet. The random blog that popped up on your social media feed? Approach with caution. You need reliable, verified information from trusted sources. Whether it's a battery-powered radio tuned to emergency broadcasts or a network of well-informed neighbors, your information lifeline should be as dependable as your stockpile of canned goods. Remember, misinformation can be as dangerous as a lack of supplies. Don't be caught in the dark when it comes to the facts. Rely on reliable sources and communication channels to stay informed. Mistake number 8, standing out. In a disaster scenario where resources are scarce and survival is the name of the game, appearing overly well-fed or clean can be a glaring neon sign that screams, "I've got supplies!" This could potentially mark you as a target for those who are desperate and in need. It's human nature to seek out the best possible chance of survival. And if you're looking like you're sitting pretty while everyone else is struggling, you're bound to draw attention. The key is to blend in with the crowd. This doesn't mean you have to starve or forego hygiene. Rather, it's about maintaining a low profile. Dress similarly to those around you. If everyone's dirty and disheveled, don't be the one person in a fresh, clean outfit. It's a delicate balance, but remember, the goal is not to stand out. Blend in with the crowd to reduce the chance of attracting attention. Mistake number 9, hesitation. Now let's talk about the importance of decisiveness in a survival situation. When the chips are down and every second counts, hesitation can be your worst enemy. It's like a paralyzing poison, seeping into your mind, clouding your judgment and delaying your actions. Think of it this way. In the wild, hesitation can mean the difference between capturing your meal or going hungry. In a disaster scenario, it could mean the difference between finding shelter or being exposed to the elements. It's a simple, harsh truth. Survival waits for no one. Of course, this doesn't mean you should act recklessly. There's a fine line between decisive action and rash decisions. It's crucial to quickly gather your thoughts, evaluate your options, and then act with purpose and conviction. The key is to minimize the gap between thought and action. So, what's the takeaway? Act decisively. While it's important to pause and evaluate, avoid hesitation when swift action is necessary. So there you have it, the 9 critical mistakes preppers make when SHTF. Remember, maintaining composure is vital. Panic leads to irrational actions. Don't wait for rescue, instead take proactive measures. Never overlook the power of community support, it strengthens resilience and resource sharing. Keep the extent of your preparations discreet to avoid becoming a target. Avoid outdoor cooking and keep your lights minimal to maintain a low profile. Stay informed with accurate information from reliable sources. Blend in with the crowd to reduce chances of attracting attention. And finally, act decisively. Hesitation can be your downfall when swift action is necessary. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you'll be better equipped to navigate any crisis. So, what do you think? Are there any other mistakes you think preppers often make? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and follow us for more survival tips. Stay safe out there.